Oh no, my computer!
This could be you if you don't use PhishTank.
Although algorithms are deterministic and are verified to work, people, however, are not. In cybersecurity, people are often the weakest link. Through our extension, we provide users with the foresight of humanity's knowledge base through K2 Think V2's complex reasoning capacity, along with the support of Gemma 4's visual reasoning to create AI sandboxes that can simulate the browser experience.
Now let's go ahead and talk about our architecture. So here on the front end, we have our browser extension where the user is able to observe links and analytics. This is sent over to our backend where Podman containerizes our sandbox. And then for extra safety, we have gvisor to simulate a fake kernel to intercept calls and also send files to send them to be processed. Then we also have Playwright within gvisor, which then navigates through the browser to analyze the page. Through this, Playwright also takes screenshots of different links and shares their HTML context. Finally, we also communicate with our models. So these screenshots are sent to Gemma 4 to break down the image content using its image processing capabilities. Then this information is sent to K2 Think V2 to do an in-depth analysis. This analysis is then sent back to the extension to the user reference.
So let's start with an example. Let's say we wanted to watch Project Hail Mary for free online. So let's search up watch Project Hail Mary free online, and we can see some links. So what PhishTank basically does is that it's a browser extension that analyzes links and sends them to K2 Think V2 and Gemma 4 in a remote sandbox environment, which does not affect the client. Results like this often contain both safe pages and malicious pages. So let's hover over a link right now. So we can hover over the official trailer, and as you can see, it analyzes it and it shows that it's a legitimate YouTube video page because Playwright goes to that page and checks it for us in the sandbox environment. We can also go to 123 Movies. 123 Movies is known to be a scammy website. And here it shows that it says that the website uses a known piracy brand name and displays highly suspicious content. So that is obviously pretty risky. And let's keep scrolling. This site also looks pretty risky. And yeah, as you can see here, it uses clickbait tactics and promotes free movies. So that is probably something you shouldn't go to. Let's check Facebook. So it says that this Facebook post is good because Facebook is obviously a really well-known brand and it's usually safe. In the bottom right corner, you can see that PhishTank found 91 active links. So links can also be an indication on whether the website is malicious or not. But because this is a Google search, obviously there would be a lot of links. You can also disable PhishTank by pressing that button and it won't hover over anything anymore. So let's go back to enabling it. And here's a browser extension. You can see a score of each link that we clicked on. So we went on two pretty unsafe sites. So that's highlighted in red. And then the green sites are the sites that were safe. Here is an analysis of the sites we covered. There's also forms on this page. So here there are two forms. One is the Google search and one is probably something else that we just can't see right now. Forms are also a way for hackers to get into your computer. Below, you can see a comprehensive list of the links that we hovered over and the reasons on why they were malicious or not. Yeah, so let's say we wanted to go to 123 Movies. This is a malicious site. So we show a pop-up that says if you really want to go to that site or not. But let's just go anyway. Here you can see that there are a lot of movies, and obviously watching movies for free is illegal. Also, as you can see in the URL, this URL is different from the URL that was shown on the Google search page. So that means it redirected us somewhere and this site is not safe right now. If you also hover over these movie links, they all show that they're malicious. This is likely because they include a lot of redirects and it's just a dangerous site to be on. So you shouldn't be on this site. We can go back to the dashboard and see the average score. You can see that all the sites here were malicious and you can see the reasons why they were malicious as well. In addition, we also catch downloads. So how PhishTank basically works is that we have something called gvisor, which basically acts like a fake kernel that sits between the browser and the actual computer. So when the browser tries to do something risky, like download a file, it doesn't directly talk with the real operating system and instead talks to gvisor, which we will inspect later.